Hey folks, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to make a lobster salad, basically Bahamian style. So let's get straight into it. So this recipe, takes a lot of chopping, chop. So we have a lot of free time, so at least I do. So I take the opportunity to do some of this chopping process. Right, so I'm doing it's just basic ingredients. I have some sweet pepper, onion, tomato, salt, and of course the lobster, and just basic ingredients. So while I do the chopping, I will chat a bit. So I had the lobster in the freezer there that my son bought for me, and I didn't know what to make with it. So, but eventually I came up with the idea to make this Bahamian um lobster salad. I'm chopping up the tomato right now, right? A small piece. Actually, this is all that I had in my fridge. This is basically making up this recipe with leftovers, right? Yeah, so I had the lobster and I didn't know what to make, but eventually I came up with the idea with this salad, and but I didn't have all the ingredients, right? Luckily my son brought me a sweet pepper and some limes, so I said yes, I can make my recipe now. So but the recipe that I saw basically was like with a green sweet pepper, but he brought me a orange sweet pepper, but it's all good. I'm cutting up an onion now. It's like about a half of an onion, right? That should be sufficient, right? Yes. So what he gave me, what he sent for me, I was able to do this recipe, right? So like I said before, I'm chopping up a sweet pepper, a small piece, tomato, onion, right? And then I had to cook the lobster. I just want to mention in my last video I shared you with a vegan fry bake recipe, and the background music was a bit loud. My apologies guys, my apologies. I didn't realize it was that loud, right? So I just did a blog post with the ingredients. It's in the description box below. So this is the lobster tail that I'm cooking here in a bit of water, and that's nothing really much to say about that. And I let it cook, and then I allow it to cool after it's done cook. So here's the lobster tail, all nice and cool. So I'm going to take a sharp knife and cut into the back of the lobster and remove the meat from inside of that. The knife must be very sharp and your cutting tools must be very sharp to do this process, all right? So I've removed the meat from the shell and just remove that waste matter that's at the center in the spine area. And then of course we're going to chop up this piece of lobster meat into small pieces, but first I put it in some water with some lime juice because it's smelling very fresh, so that lime juice was very necessary. It's that soaking process. So now on to the chopping process. Again, chop. And I think the lime juice is so essential for this recipe. It gives it that, that taste that I can't really seem to explain. But it really took it to the next level, Actually, you must have the lime. The more lime, the better in this recipe. Yes, I'm chopping. I think I use about one lime at the end of the recipe to actually finish off the process. All right, so now we are done all the chopping. I have the chopped lobster in my bowl. I added the onion, the sweet pepper, the tomatoes. Everything has been chopped. I'm going to mix everything together. And then I'm just going to add some salt for it to taste nicely. Add a bit of salt. Lime juice first, of course. I'm going to add a bit of salt here. I'm going to mix everything together. And that's the end of how to make this recipe. It's quite simple, it's easy, but again, a lot of chopping, chop. So I can give this a taste right now. This is tastes so nice. It's really fun making this little recipe, right? And I just love the taste with that lime juice it gave. I was surprised with the taste. My husband said he didn't really taste much of the lobster, but I know it's there. You can leave the chunks of lobster, but it's all up to you. I just decided to do it very finely. And that's how the recipe, I saw they chopped it up very finely. All the ingredients were chopped very finely. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Click on the thumbs up button, leave a comment for me, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Bye.